beautiful property that the first row is identical with the row leading by element E1. The first column is identical with this column leading with the element E1. Every row and every column contains identity element, and each row and each column contains or each element occurs in each row and each column exactly once. Now with the help of this, we see on the screen the group table for our group -1 I under multiplication.
You can see on your screen.
We see on the screen the table for this. Yes, we can see that, that the first row is 1 -1 I -1. It is identical with the leading row. Similarly, the first column is identical with that, and we can see that identity element appears in each row and each column, and every element appears once. Now, using this property, we want to determine a group table for a group of order 4. That means what we are given is that we are given that G is a group with 4 elements E, A, B, and C. And we denote the binary operation by O. Now, let us see how we can have a table for this group. And for this, we start here. E, A, B, C, E, A, B, C. E being identity element, we have this element, we can fill up all. Now let us think about this element. What we can get here, this element. We know that each element appears once and only once on each row and each column. There are 3 candidates at this place. The 3 candidates are E, B, and C. If it is C, then we interchange the role of B and C, and then we can assume without loss of generality that there are only 2 possibilities for this position. The one possibility that this must be E, and second possibility that this element should be equal to B. Now we take the case 1. And we assume that at this position we have E. Now we use the property that each element appears once, exactly once, in each row and each column. And so what happens here is, here we have to put C and here we have to put B. Here A, E, only thing remains B and C, and so we have to put only C and B. Now BC here, so we can put here E at the first possibility, then we have to put only A here, and here A, and what we get is one table for group. Here there is another possibility also, that we can put A also, that we'll see as afterward. Now let us see this group table. If we see this group table, what we get is A square equal to B square equal to C square is equal to E. You can see that A into A is equal to E, B into B is equal to E, and C into C is equal to E. That means A square equal to B square equal to C square equal to E. And if you see A, B, then C, B, A, that is also is equal to C. That means what we get is AB is equal to BA, that is equal to C. So here, if we put here E, then we get one group G1, that we denote by G1. It has 4 elements, E, A, B, and AB. Because instead of C, we write down AB now. And what are the relation, all the relations we have? A square equal to B square equal to E and AB is equal to BA. We can see this group on the screen now. Yes, we can see this group on the that part, that here E, A, B, C means AB. Then A, E, C means A, B, B. Wherever we have B, alright, wherever we have C, we have put AB and we get the table. So this is the first group G1 we get here. So I'm writing that group G1 here. G1 is equal to E, A, B, AB, and the relation is A square equal to B square is equal to E, and AB is equal to BA. Alright. Now we take the second possibility here, that E is already here, but now we have that we can put here A, E, and here we have A and A. This is, say, again the case 1 E. Now here what we get? Here we get A square equal to E. If you take B into B, B square equal to A, and BA, if you like, BA is equal to AB, that is equal to C. Now A square equal to E, B square is equal to A, and so B raised to 4 equal to A square equal to E. C is equal to BA equal to AB. Put the value of B square, A equal to B equal to B square. What we get is C is equal to BQ. That means in this case, well, if I denote this group by G2, then our group G2 will be E, B, B square, BQ, and B raised to 4 is equal to A. We can see this table on the screen. Yes. Alright, we can see that wherever we have A, alright, this is, we make the arrangement and change of elements here, and what we get is the group E, B, B square, B cube, and this is the table for our group. Alright. Now we have second case. Second case, we have to put here B. Let us see now what we get here now. Here we have A, B. Only elements which we can put now C and E. C is already here, and so we have to put C, and here we have to put E. We have already put A and B, so here we have to put only two elements C and E. C is already here, so C into E. Now BC, here we have to put A and E. I can't put E here. Alright, this is, so I have to put A here, so I have to put E here. And now here we have already put A, alright, this is, and so the only element remains here is B. And same thing here, what we get is only element is A. And that means in the second case, when we put here B, we get this. Again, what is the relation? Let us see. We get A square equal to B, B square equal to E, and AB is equal to BA, and that is equal to C. What we can see is this. Again, A square equal to B, B square equal to E, and that implies A raised to 4 equal to B square equal to E. And what we get here is C is equal to A cube. And so here, alright, if I denote this group by our binary operation this, if I denote this by binary operation that, then our third group G3 will be is equal to E, A square, A cube, and A raised to 4 equal to E, and suppose I denote this binary operation by star. Alright? the group table for this we can see on the screen. Yes, instead of A, we have put there C only. So only difference is that what we get is this. Okay. Now, the interesting part comes here. The interesting part here is, consider this group G2 and G3. And we have already grouped one. We have already seen the one group 1 minus 1I minus I under the binary operation multiplication. Now you can see very easily that if you replace B by A, B square by A square, B cube by A cube, and this binary operation star triangle by the star, then group table for G2, alright, is converted into a group table for G3. That means as far as structure, two groups G2 and G3 are concerned, they are equal. In the same way, if you take group G2 and G, if you identify E with 1, B with minus 1, B with I, B square with minus 1, and B cube is equal to minus I, then again the group for G2 or table for group for G2 is converted into our group for G. That means what we can say is, as far as the structures of groups of 4 concerned, the 3 groups G, G2 and G3 are identical. But we cannot translate the table for group G1 into the group G. That means, in short, what we prove is that if we have any group of order 4, then either it is identical with the group this G, 1 minus 1 I minus I under multiplication, or it is identical with this group G is equal to E, A, B, AB, and A square equal to B square is equal to E. Alright. Now, before I proceed further, I want to tell you something about the word group. It was mathematician Galois, alright, in 1830. Alright, he was studying the properties of the set AS. While studying the properties of the set AS in 1830, alright, he used for the first time the word group. Then in 1882, two mathematicians, Weber and Dike, alright, they gave the systematic definition of a group. Alright, now with this, we take one more example of a group. Alright, this is which is very useful in physics and chemistry. Let us start with P, a regular polygon. It may be a square, it may be a regular hexagon, whatever. Let P be a regular polygon. As we are studying physics, a motion on P is called a rigid motion if the center of our regular polygon P remains fixed and the final position of P after the rigid motion coincides with the first motion. So we can see on the screen also that center of P remains fixed and the final and initial position of P remains same under the motion. Such a motion is called a rigid motion. Now suppose we have two rigid motions x and y. If I apply first rigid motion x, under this rigid motion, the center of P remains fixed and the final position of P also remains the same. Now if I apply y again, then y again being a rigid motion, center of P will remain fixed and final position of P also will remain same. That means the final will be also a rigid motion. Resultant will be a rigid motion. and we denote this rigid motion by y composition x. That means if we denote by set Rp the set of all rigid motions on the regular polygon P, then this composition of two rigid motions becomes a binary operation on Rp. And we can prove that Rp becomes a group under rigid motion. And there is a familiar notation also, that if P is a regular polygon with n sides, then this group is denoted by Dn. It is called dihedral group, and number of elements in this group is 2n. So this is a general example of a rigid motion, motion on a regular polygon. Now we take